What makes a killer kill? Nobody knows for sure, but Jeffrey Dahmer's father has got an idea of his own. One of the most notorious serial killers in American history was Jeffrey Dahmer. He wasn't the most prolific. That would almost certainly be Samuel Little, who confessed to murdering over 90 women between 1970 and 2005. But Dahmer's story may be the most salacious of those attributed to American serial killers. Dahmer's crimes extended beyond just the 17 victims he killed. He also sexually assaulted his victims, dismembered them, and engaged in cannibalism and necrophilia. The American Academy of Experts in Traumatic Stress posits that serial killers such as Dahmer are made, not born. Or put another way, while the typical murderer might kill due to a family conflict, gang violence, or to gain money, a serial killer acts for psychological reasons. For this reason, criminologists and psychologists tend to gravitate toward the circumstances of killers' childhoods. One study by research criminologist Lonnie Athens claims that modern geneticists tend to focus not on the nature-nurture debate, but on the many complex interactions that take place between people and their environments during their lives. For his part, Jeffrey Dahmer's father believed that there was one particular point in his son's childhood that set him on the path to becoming a serial killer, when he underwent a routine operation at the age of 4. What's his logic? Well, it's worth pointing out that Jeffrey Dahmer wasn't the first serial killer whose crimes included a sexual component, or so-called trophies taken from the victims, nor would he be the last. But Dahmer's evil desires have certainly been among the most infamous aspects of his many crimes.
I knew I was sick or evil, or both. Now I believe I was sick.
Dahmer had committed sexual assault before his murder spree began. He went on to commit other murders and sexually assaulted at least some of his victims. However, it's what he did after the murders that's particularly shocking. Dahmer committed necrophilic acts on the corpses and frequently dismembered the bodies. Some parts he would eat, others he would preserve for display. As it turns out, Dahmer's father posits that his son may have been compelled to such sexual deviance due to a childhood surgery that took place near his own sex organs. Though major surgery is nothing to sneeze at, hernia operations are routine, even in children. Jeffrey Dahmer underwent such a procedure as a 4-year-old boy, and his father believes that this routine surgery was the starting point of his son's gradual transition into a murderer. Lionel Dahmer told Women's Health that his son had experienced other traumatic events as a child, but thinks that operation was a particularly important catalyst. He said, "All these things came to a cumulative ending and it hooked on. I firmly believed it hooked into his sexuality at age 14 or 15. The authors of the book Mythologies of Violence in Postmodern Media came to a similar conclusion. The book argues, the operation may have been necessary to cure a birth defect, but the experience was so painful for the child that he asked Joyce, his mother, if the doctors had cut off his penis. As possible evidence that he was obsessed with genital mutilation, someone pointed out that Dahmer preserved at least one penis from one of his victims. Of course, it bears noting that this sort of retroactive diagnosis of a psychiatric problem is a fool's game under the best of circumstances. Indeed, there is zero evidence that the elder Mr. Dahmer's theory is true. If you or anyone you know has been a victim of sexual assault, help is available. Visit the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network website or contact RAIN's National Helpline at 1-800-656-HOPE 4673.